Hello, everybody, and welcome to Katie's Lies Part 2. And I just want to preface this that Katie's Lies Part 1 was one of my first YouTube videos, and I am so kind of like embarrassed looking back, but definitely think that it's cool to show the personal growth. And also, it was a great conversation with my mother, who shares the same beliefs that I do. Actually, our beliefs did differ at first, but my mother is definitely very excited that Katie will be doing a proffer. And by the time that this video comes out, I'm sure that Katie's proffer might even be posted. So I just wanted to revisit the whole idea of at least the lies that I've kind of kept track of over the past couple of years in Katie's trials and through my research of her jail files, and hopefully I'll be getting her prison files soon. But in part one of Katie's Lies, I mostly just talked to my mother. It was an international call to Israel. My mother lives overseas, and we share a huge common bond that we want justice for Dan and the Markel family. Let me just refresh your memory of what Katie's Lies Part 1, what I talked about mostly was the tax evasion through Katie's time as a liquor promotion girl and a bottle service girl. You know, she didn't report any of those earnings. So, you know, she admitted on the stand that she did not file taxes, and she pretty much pocketed all of her cash tips. And then also she admitted to the healthcare fraud from the Adelson Institute and all the checks that they paid. And pretty much what she was trying to do was get a healthcare subsidy for her children. And that was definitely a lie that she told to the state. Also, the talking in code. What is the deal with Katie talking in code on these phone calls to Charlie?
Yeah, she admitted to talking in code, and she said it was because she was hiding something from her children, but she sure didn't hide all that cussing from her children, so I don't believe that.
It's very suspicious behavior. Cannot wait to hear what Katherine says about all this talking in code. But those were the lies in part one, but you guys are so amazing. You've noticed some of Katie's most recent lies in this community post that I just posted. A lot of questions about Katie's ethnicity as well. So let me just bring up that community post really quick. All right, so I've got the post right here in front of me. And so I posted the document of people that Katherine cannot communicate with. And you guys are so awesome. Okay, so Maui Swift noticed that Katherine says she's 122 pounds. Really? And yeah, I definitely have my questions about that too. Maui Swift. And also JPJ says 5'6", call BS on that. And yeah, I kind of question that. I thought maybe Katherine is a little smaller, but smaller in height, and maybe has gained a little bit more weight than 122 pounds. So, you know, maybe she'll find it in her heart to be more honest. On this channel, you get Pulitzer Prize worthy investigation, but also you guys are super sleuths, and you're kind of echoing some of the thoughts in my mind as well. So Dalico DK asked, why is Katie listed as a white female? And I just wanted to kind of go into that a little bit and tell you guys some of the things that I have found online according to sup.org. First, let me talk about this book. It's called The Latinos of Asia, and this book is written by Anthony Christian Ocampo, and he is the assistant professor of sociology at California State Polytech University. And I think that he is a great person to probably explain this sociology of race, and maybe shed some light on why Katherine identifies herself as white, even though she is Filipino, which is actually classified by Asian by the U.S. Census. This book got honorable mention for the 2017 Book Award, sponsored by the American Sociological Association. So in The Latinos of Asia, Anthony Christian Ocampo shows that the color of your skin depends largely on your social context. Filipino Americans, for example, helped establish the Asian American movement and are classified by the U.S. Census as Asian. But the legacy of Spanish colonialism in the Philippines means that they are the same cultural characteristics with the Latinos, such as names, religion, and language. Thus, Filipinos' color, their sense of connection with other racial groups changes depending on their social context. So this could also explain Katherine's kind of like lingo and her different kind of dialects and different accents could be based on the culture that she's around. So this is pretty common, and it's very possible that Katherine identifies as white and instead of Asian. Oh, let me know in your comments below what you guys think. Katie does change her dialects a lot, and I'm going to play a clip at the end of the video of another thing that she does about her body language and saying that she's innocent while she's nodding her head. So that's another thing. I'll get to that later. So guys, I just want to also mention some little like inconsistencies in her jail, or let's just say times that she got in trouble for not being necessarily playing by the rules. I don't know if you call them lies, but let's just say Katie she kind of lives above the law in her own way. So we remember the nose ring incident. Also asking for multiple sandals and slides, saying that she broke her slides. I think some of us had a hard time believing that she broke that many slides. I think there was at least 3 or 4 dozen requests for new sandals in jail. I think you get unlimited. And it's the same thing with underwear. And it seemed like she was making requests like every single day for new pairs of underwear. And we were just kind of like scratching our heads like, wow, this is kind of silly at a certain point. Also, saying she's innocent. And I guess I'll just show the clip right now of Katie, when they're asking Katie if she's innocent or knows anything about the murder of Dan Markel. Did she have anything to do with the murder of Dan Markel? And just watch how she subtly nods her head. I'll send it to that clip right now. Kenor Spielman. Thank you so much, Kenor, for brainstorming and the questions. I love it. Got a few questions from Kenor. He says, can we get a behavioral and body language analysis on Wendy and Katie? And yes, Kenor, I've done some research. I have some clips about Katherine. And so what I wrote, I said, thank you, Kenor. It'd be so awesome to have a behavioral and body language analysis. So I believe that at one point when Katherine is asked if she's guilty of this crime, she nods her head yes, and I believe it's an accident. So I'm going to show the clip. So let's go ahead and show the clip right now.
Let's ask the most important question. Did you have anything to do with the murder of Dan Markel?
No, ma'am.
Did you get the father of your children, Mr. Garcia, to commit a murder on behalf of Mr. Charlie Adelson?
No, ma'am.
Now,
so you can see that she kind of accidentally nods her head in an affirmation to the question, but they're asking her, was Sigfredo involved? And she says head nod. So I believe other people have picked this up on Law and Crime Network, and it's kind of a bad look for her. Okay, so I think by the time this video is out, the proffer will probably be out, and I can't wait to do that. Hopefully this will just give you guys something to talk about, and maybe if there's more lies in that video, we can do a Katie's Lies Part 3. Maybe we'll get to a Katie's Lies Part 10. But what I'm hoping to hear about in this proffer is more information about the stapled money, and did she see the stapled money? Hopefully we'll know more. And I saw something in the Arthur hearing about this text message that the state flashed up on this screen, something about a case. I'm not sure if it was a briefcase or a murder case or something about a case that Katie said to Charlie. So I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for that. Also want to know who paid for Katie's lawyers. Did her family pay for it? The Adelsons pay for that? Did they pay for her kids' school? All of it. We want to know everything. Also, how did Katie know that Dan was killed? You know, a lot of you guys had the same questions. How did she say, I know? You know, even Georgia Kappelman wants to know the answer to that question. And Got Donuts has been asking that question for a very long time, especially of the drive-by. And, you know, maybe did Wendy call Charlie after the drive-by? So hopefully we'll know more by the time this video is out. And definitely more videos to come, you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this group for the Justice for Dan and the Markel family. And let's keep this going, and let's have a wonderful holiday, everyone. And definitely be kind to one another and give your families a big hug this holiday season. Tell them you love them and give them the most love and support that you possibly can. And let's be nice to each other. Have a wonderful day.